So I made some really good wings today, and I'm really proud of myself because I brined them, I went and grilled them, and I made my own sauce, so they're super good. Anyways, hi everyone, welcome, Juan from Q.V.O Games. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm just gonna go over my Black Friday haul, my November haul. Black Friday was awesome. There's so many good deals, and I purchased quite a bit of games and other stuff I really want, like miniatures, of course, from Marvel Crisis Protocol. And we're gonna go over what my November collection added. And these aren't really games that went on sale, just games I added to my collection and new arrivals for me, essentially, including a Kickstarter as well. To start off, essentially, with the games I got on discount is CloudAge by Capstone Games. CloudAge essentially is a secret society set in Cloud, and they set fire to countless oil production sites and burn down large forests, right? So this kind of ends up making the world go insane, and now you're doing things with your engine, you're building an engine, a deck building, resource management, trying to survive in Cloud. It is more of a camping experience with solo scenarios. Camping games usually for us don't go very well because people just don't want to meet up all the time, so I always have to find new people to play, but some people don't want to play a campaign that's already being played. So there's that, of course, and I'm excited to try it out, and I love campaign games. However, getting to the table can be tough sometimes. That's kind of but I do enjoy a good campaign. I have finished a couple, actually. So another game is Cryo by Z-Man Games. So this game's been out for a while, and it went on sale, of course, so it's 50% off, and I wanted to purchase it for a while. However, now with this price tag, now I finally decided to pull the trigger. The game essentially is, you kind of have to do everything before the sun sets, and it's kind of like a worker placement. You deploy workers, of course, and the best part about it, honestly, for me, is the art and the theme. The board on the table looks beautiful after all the videos and pictures I've seen of many different creators. They look amazing, and that's one of the big things, is that the theme and the board has to just capture me, right? The artwork, or else I don't want to play it very much. And this game does that for me, at least. I haven't played it, but it does capture my attention, and I look at it and look at all the pretty pieces and such and the art, and that really gets to me. So I'm excited to try this one out and see where we go with that one. So next game up is going to be Khora by ILO Games. So this game's been around for a very long time, and the game, not a long time actually, sorry. It's been out for a little bit. However, it's basically, the reason why I bought it is because it caught my attention from different creators and such, and I wanted to try it out and give it a shot. I never really played ILO games. I never really played King of Tokyo. A lot of games I haven't tried from them, so this is going to be my first game played from them. The theme it is really nice. The Greek theme, or the ancient Greece theme, really captures my attention. You're a leader and trying to build up your culture and your city, of course. And you do that, of course, by optimizing like your actions and resources. It's kind of like it's more like an action management game, essentially. And you have to do it kind of faster than your opponent. So it is a competitive game head to head. It's part of the ILO expert section as well. And we'll see. A lot of reviewers gave it great reviews, and I want to see what it's like and what it's all about. Next game up is going to be Arkham Horror Under Dark Waves expansion. So the game essentially is an expansion for Arkham Horror, the board game. Not to be confused with the LCG, because the LCG is a card game, a living card game, of course. And this is kind of it is an expansion, and I did purchase it. I have Arkham Horror 3rd edition. I played 2nd edition a couple times, and I really enjoy it. It's actually a lot of fun. What I like about 3rd edition, though, is it's more accessible, and it's not as hard to set up at the table. And Arkham Horror 2nd edition was a pain to set up. I didn't get to set it up. A friend of mine actually did it for us, and we got to play. However, I looked at it and I was like, oh, it was a little overwhelming. So Arkham Horror 3rd edition is more a square rectangle area in front of you, while Arkham Horror 2nd edition is more like 3 feet of a board, and it's super long. Lots of cards, of course. This is going to be more of an expansion for the game, and it's just going to add another city with new encounters and new special events and monsters. So super excited to try this one out. Well, actually, I want to play 3rd edition, and I'm excited to get this expansion to the table as well. Coming up next that I got on discount was going to be all these Marvel Crisis Protocol miniatures. So we got Cyclops, Storm, Rocket Groot, Star-Lord, Mystique, Beast, Ghost Rider, and then some. We got a Guardians of the Galaxy team, so we got still X-Men, Magneto and Toad, Drax and Ronan the Accuser, Wolverine and Sabretooth, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, and Gamora and Nebula. So I'm the biggest fan of Marvel. I love Marvel. So having the miniature game and having like a tabletop wargaming experience with the game, that's awesome. I love that. I like creating my own stories, having my own encounters, having like the memory of looking back at that. That's crazy, and I love it. I love a good story, and having my own experiences would be awesome. So I have a lot more miniatures in this. However, this is just what I purchased on sale. They're all like, I think 15 to 10% off. Actually 15 to 20% off. And I took advantage of that. And of course, bought a bunch. There was a bunch more I wanted to buy. However, it's a lot of miniatures to be purchased in one go. And we're still getting through building the base set and trying to paint them to get into the table. Also getting the scenery going as well. And that's kind of a big one. So now, more than anything, now we're going through into games that are added to the collection. However, they just weren't on sale. Starting off with Gorinto. So Gorinto is an abstract game. It's cozy, calm, and compelling. I've seen a little bit of coverage in this game, and I'm a little bit interested in see how it's like. However, the game doesn't really resonate with me too much. The reason why I bought it though is because if you look here, it's actually dinged. So it was discounted. However, it just wasn't on a sale. It was just a dinged copy. And I told myself, well, $20 for the game, that's not bad. And I'll end up trying the game out, and if I like it, I'll keep it. If not, I'll just give it away to somebody or just pass it on to somebody else. And I wanted to try it out. The game is by Grandmasters Guild. I've never tried a game by them, and I never tried a game by Richard Wendt, who was the designer. I'm really excited to try this one out. We'll see how it is. I never really played an abstract game either, so that's going to be great. Mad Titans, Marvel Champions. Marvel, yet again, Marvel. Marvel is like I love Marvel, and I watched all the movies, I read the comics. So this is the third installment in the trilogy, I think. So it's Rise of the Red Skull, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Mad Titan Shadow. So you have two pre-built hero decks here, Adam Warlock and Spectrum. If you don't know who Spectrum is, you're going to see who Spectrum is coming up in like the Captain Marvel movies pretty soon. And Adam Warlock should be coming out as well, actually. You have Thanos, of course, in the Black Order. That's Ebony Maw, Corvus Glaive, Proxima Midnight. Those are the ones who are included in this set. I have played the LCG once or twice, but I think I played it wrong both times. And I have a couple of friends who play it all the time. So I'm trying to see if they can just teach me how to play more so I can play it and bring it to the table. It's going to be more of a solo thing again for me because I don't have any campaign buddies to play with. Unfortunately, no one ever wants to play. So there's that. Yeah, I'm really excited. 268 more cards out of this one. Next up, well, let's do the War Machine Marvel Champions. These actually went up in price now. So now they're around $20-ish, I think. And I am really excited because these games, I love these decks. I'm not excited that the price went up, but I'm going to get them anyways. I have almost all of them. I'm collecting them all, and I want to have them all. And I love playing them, essentially. I even have like the mats. I love playing the game, however, I don't really play that often, unfortunately. And I have all the mats and such as well. That's really it on War Machine. So this is a big one for me. Arkham Horror, the revised core set. The revised core set was a big deal because I actually purchased the original core sets, and you had to buy 2 to play 4 players. And I do like playing with other people and getting people to play. The cool part is I don't have to have the 4 players present every scenario. I can just like pick and choose who I play with, which is great, and I can even play on them myself. The revised core set comes with 4 decks ready to play with 4 players, and that's awesome because I really enjoy playing with the most players and everything. I had my friends around to play, of course, and getting around the table. I'm a big fan of H.P. Lovecraft, and I love the lore for like Cthulhu's and all the mythos and all that and such. I even love Cthulhu Death May Die is a good one as well. And the reason why I picked this one up is because I love LCGs and love card games. And this is going to be like a big plus of having a revised core set. The only thing is I'm going down a rabbit hole now because now I'm going to want to purchase everything, and they're going to have revised. I'm hoping they have revised editions of the new set of all the previous scenario sets and expansions, but now I'm going to want it all. And that's going to be a really hefty haul when that happens. Next up is Power Rangers, the deck building game, but this is the expansion. It's the Zeo Ranger expansion. Growing up, I love Power Rangers, and I love Power Rangers so much that I even have collectibles. I have the action figures. To this day, I want to have all the morphers, the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers morphers. And basically the game essentially takes place in the Power Ranger world. However, you're playing as different characters. It'd be villains, the Power Rangers, and it's a head-to-head battle game. 2v2, 1v1, 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 and you're basically pulling cards from your deck, and you're playing them out, and you're going up against you're doing attacks on people, trying to knock them out of the game. This is the Zeo Ranger expansion, of course. I haven't played the base game yet, however, getting around to it. I even have a promo pack for it that I got when I first bought it, but I love Power Rangers. Collecting anything Power Rangers, I love it. It's a must for me. Cool, so the last thing is going to be a really great one. It's my Kickstarter for Dinosaur World came in finally for Dinosaur's Games. So I got everything in. I got the of course, the main game. I got the the expansion, not the base of the expansions. Dinosaur World, essentially, it is a game where you're trying to build a theme park, and the theme park is of course kind of like very Jurassic Park-esque, and the game essentially you're trying to build the way you do so is by collecting different pieces in the center of the island area, and you add them to your pieces, and you do it with a Jeeple tour. The Jeeple tour kind of goes around and collects your resources. You can create dinosaurs DNA. I actually got to showcase this and play this with in Origins with Pandasaurus Games, and I got to even teach it to people. It was a super awesome experience. I love the game. It's super fun. And I can't wait. It's kind of like a sequel to Dinosaur Island, right? Like the government got involved, shut down Dinosaur Island, but now Dinosaur World's back in. It's kind of like the upgraded version. That's the lore and the secret about it. Also got the promo pack in, and of course the tracker for excitement and victory points. So that's great. Cool. So also on top of that, I got my Roll and Write. I have never played a Roll and Write. It's called a Roll and Write. So this will be my first one. I'm not too sure, I don't know too much about it yet. It's like a strategy game apparently, and you can really dig into the kind of like the lore of Dinosaur World, just more of a writing experience. I have never played a Roll and Write, so this is gonna be my first experience, and we're gonna see how it is. I'm really excited to get to the table because people have told me they have great reviews and they loved it so much. Really hope to play with more than just myself, but if we had to play myself, that's great. Yeah, the game is great, and I love the fact that, I love the fact that it's like kind of people are saying that they prefer the board game over Roll and Write, but I don't think there's a very big difference or a comparison between that, because they're just two totally different games. And that's really it for my haul this time around, the Black Friday haul. Let me know what you purchased for the month of November, or if you purchased any Black Friday stuff, because I'm really excited to know. Also, thank you so much for tuning in and watching the whole video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. And please like, subscribe, comment. I love talking to you guys. I love talking to everybody about board games. I just want to talk about board games all day. So please just comment and let me know what you think and how my haul was. Thank you.